Use kind words and cheer for your classmates, and a little kindness goes a long way. Okay, I stands for integrity matters. Integrity matters, it talks about be honest, responsible, and do the right thing always. So, L stands for listen and learn. Pay attention when others are speaking. Listening helps everyone grow smarter. And R stands for respect the teachers and also your classmates. While the E stands for excel together and teamwork makes the dream work, help each other, and celebrate every success. Okay, now I am here in motivational activity. So all you have to do is to arrange the jumbled letters I gave you. Understood, class? Good. So based on our activity, what is our topic for today? Okay, Joshua? Okay, very good. It's all about blocking techniques and Elisa. Okay, but before that, let me have our learning objectives. Learning objectives. At the end of the lesson, the student should be able to identify blocking techniques and Elisa, differentiate the types of blocking techniques and Elisa by explaining the molecule each detects and describing their basic purpose and uses, and also show interest in appreciation toward the importance of blocking techniques and Elisa in diagnosing and studying diseases. So I hope we cleared our objectives. Okay. Okay, blocking techniques are like search tools in the lab. They help scientists look for specific molecules such as DNA, RNA, and proteins from a mixture. So, ma'am, what do you call, or why did they call that blocking techniques are like search tools in the lab? Okay, good question. So, blocking techniques are like search tools in the lab. It means that these methods help scientists find and identify a specific molecule like DNA, RNA, or proteins from a mixture or from the many molecules. Okay, it is because they allow scientists to locate and study specific biological molecules in a mixture. And just like how a search tool helps you find something specific in a database. Okay, and now let's proceed to the three purposes of the blocking technique. So, number one, Southern blot used to detect DNA. So, what do you mean used to detect DNA? Okay, Southern blot. So, inside a cell, there are a lot of DNA made up of many different genes. So, in order for the scientists to know, the Southern blot act like a DNA detector. So, it's because it searches through all the DNA and allows and shows if that specific piece is present inside a cell. Okay, so about the kalangan, they call it Southern blot. It's because of what? Because Edwin Southern invented the Southern blot, which is why they call it Southern blot. Okay, next, the Northern blot used to detect RNA. Okay, so Northern blot, in short, the Northern blot technique used to detect RNA with molecules and measure gene expression and how much RNA in a gene is making. So, when we say Northern blot, it used to detect RNA. So, it means that this laboratory technique helps scientists to find or study the specific RNA inside a cell. So, in every cell has many types of RNA. So, each made from different genes. And of course, the scientist wants to know if a certain gene is active and that is specific what? And that is specific molecules in the RNA. Okay. Last, the Western blot is used to detect proteins. So of the blotting techniques? Okay. If yes, very good. And now let's proceed to ELISA. ELISA, or enzyme-linked immunosorbent assay. So, it is a test used to check if a person has antibodies or antigens in their blood. So, doctors use it to detect diseases like HIV, dengue, and COVID-19. So, in here, okay, for example, I have here an example. So when someone gets infected with a virus or bacteria, the body produces antibodies. So, what is antibodies? The antibodies is used to, ang antibodies is used to call it the soldier. Okay. The germ itself is what we call the virus, or the protein is what we call the antigen. So, one of the antigens is what we call germs. So, if they are found inside the body, it shows that the person has been infected or exposed to that diseases. So, just like HIV, we know that HIV is harmful to humans. And also the dengue. And of course, the COVID-19. Remember, last year, we have COVID-19. So that is the examples of ELISA, or the enzyme-linked immunosorbent assay. Okay, so any clarifications? Not? Okay, none? Okay, so now let's proceed to our activity. For group 1, you have to explain the blotting techniques, and the group 2, explain what is ELISA, or the enzyme-linked immunosorbent assay. Are we clear? Okay, very good. And now, for the evaluation, I have here the evaluation you needed. All you have to do is to multiple choice. Okay? Are you done? Okay, pause all your papers. Okay, for the assignment, what is the uses of blotting techniques and ELISA in our daily lives? Okay, understood, class? Very good. So, this is Nalarme Aizon Rivera is now signing out. So, thank you for the preparation class. I hope I'm going to learn, and have a good day. Goodbye, class.